8:31 now, and in today's Health Watch, if you get a stiff neck from working at your computer, or if your back hurts by the end of the day, bad posture might be to blame.
All right, Sarah's going to help us out. She is in the Fox 5 newsroom right now with Dr. Ray Solano, a chiropractor, who says you can take simple steps to improve your posture, reduce back and neck pain. I feel like we all have to sit up straight, at least right now, for the good doctor, Sarah.
I know, exactly. And it's more than just sitting up straight. There's a lot that goes into it as well. And as you mentioned, Dr. Ray Solano here, chiropractor, to talk more about that. It has something to do not just with, standing up straight, but it does something for your overall health.
Absolutely. All the nerves of the body originate at the spine. So when we compromise the spine with poor posture, you're talking about not just back pain, but you're talking about pain into the extremities, spasms, weakness, all kinds of neurological deficits. So you got to be careful with your posture.
Okay, so we're starting standing, but we're also going to get to the desk as well. So when we're just standing or walking around, what do we need to be mindful of?
That's right. When you're standing, you want to make sure you avoid forward head posture. So you want to make sure your ears are over your shoulders. You also want to make sure that your shoulders are in line with your hips, your knees, and your ankles. But preventing that forward head posture, Sarah, is going to also prevent that slouching, the rounding of the back, and also prevent things like neck pain, headaches, and upper back pain.
Okay. Now, usually when we're standing and walking around, we're lugging around the big old purses, and I know this is probably heavier than you would like, but there are some ways to kind of offset the heaviness of it all.
Well, first and foremost, you limit your bag to about 6 or 7 pounds. I know that sounds unrealistic, but if your bag is going to go over 7 pounds, you want to distribute that weight into another bag. So with 2 bags, you can actually distribute the weight, carrying them on both of your shoulders. Most importantly, though, lighten the load.
Oh, well, I know. It's like 10 or 15 pounds I probably have on that, right? The other thing is heels. I know, I'm wearing high heels. We're not supposed to do that. Okay, you caught me, but...
Well, now here's the thing with heels. If you're going to wear anything higher than 3 inches, you want to limit those heels to an event where you're not going to be doing any heavy walking or any prolonged standing. With heels, though, you want to avoid walking on the balls of your feet. You want to try to walk and distribute that weight throughout your foot as much as possible, always emphasizing good posture, avoiding forward head posture, because if you walk in high heels, you literally can fall over because everything is shifting in front of you.
And you automatically are putting more pressure because you're leaning forward when you're walking, probably.
Adding more strain on your spine, absolutely causing problems.
Okay, so we're sitting down at our desk here at work, and there's some things that we also need to watch out for.
That's right.
We don't all have the perfect desk at work, but there are some ways around it here. So show me what we need to know.
Well, when you're sitting, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you sit back in your chair. You can get the fanciest of chairs, but if you don't sit all the way back in your chair, you're not going to benefit. If you don't have a lumbar support, these are great to help stabilize this natural curve in the lower back here. So when you sit back, you also want to make sure that all of your joints are at 90 degrees, meaning your knees, your hips, and even your elbows. So when you're typing, you should really use those armrests. This distributes the weight evenly throughout the spine. Most importantly of all of that is make sure your feet stay flat. If your desk is too tall, if your chair is too tall, you use a footrest. What a great way to minimize that strain on your back, on your hips, and once again, distribute that stress evenly throughout the body.
Wow. Okay. Such good things to remember and a good reminder. And if people have any other questions, they can reach you at...
Right. You can tweet me at Dr. Ray Solano. I'd love to hear from you.
All right. Stephen Allison, back to you. Much more comfortable with this behind me. Can I keep this thing?
Keep it. We'll share it.
Yeah, bring a few more up here.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.